Without Tawheed, they're raising a confused generation that can never bring true victory to this ummah. If any victory comes out of them, it's actually a defeat. Replacing kufr ideologies with another kufr ideology or a taghut with another, that doesn't coincide with the pure call of Tawheed. They raise a generation that has a split personality in their faith, a confused generation, confused in the ultimate core, the Aqidah and the Tawheed. The Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam raised a pure generation fully, completely, purely on Tawheed of Allah from the first day to the last day. He raised them successful because he raised them on Tawheed as he was directed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He raised a pure, independent, distinct, unified identity within them. They babble today about the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam spending a decade in Mecca teaching Tawheed. Absolutely correct. You hear it. You hear them talk about it everywhere. It's on every pulpit, in every chair. But then when it comes to practice, those same people, many of them, most of them, are teaching or following or promoting shirk of democracy. And if you ask them, they'll say it's just until we get to power. And we've seen in practice what a failure that was. They taint the path of Tawheed by calling secularism khilafah. The leaders of a secularism is a khalifa. Khalifa leads secularism. And using maslahah to not only make every haram a halal, but to make kufr Islam and shirk Tawheed. When they taint the call to Tawheed, they disguise it as religious reformation or ijtihad. Or sometimes it's under the disguise of yassiru. Sometimes it's under the disguise of priorities. But the order from Allah to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the weakest of his time was crisp clear. فَاصْدَعْ بِمَا تُؤْمَرْ وَأَعْرِضْ عَنِ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. There's nothing clearer in the Quran than this verse. Tawheed is a call that needs to be crisp clear. That's why we keep saying pure. It needs to be crisp clear from the start to the finish. The path must be clear and pure. The verse means proclaim openly Tawheed. As you were commanded, turn away from the mushrikeen. But he's alone. How's he going to proclaim Tawheed openly when he's alone? He's one and there's so many. وَأَعْرِضْ عَنِ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. Don't worry about them. Don't fear them. Turn away from them. Bara'a from them. إِنَّا كَفَيْنَاكَ الْمُسْتَهْزِئِينَ. The order is from Allah. You only can accept and do it. When they taint the da'wah with maslahah, that's their defense, the maslahah defense, the democracy defense, liberation of land defense sometimes, we need to unite for that, or general unity, or secularism, or interfaith. We proclaim ours on Tawheed of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as He ordered us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned 18 messengers in praise in a series of verses in the Quran, and He even praised some of their forefathers and their offspring and their brothers. 18. وَتِلْكَ حُجَّتُنَا آتَيْنَاهَا إِبْرَاهِيمَ عَلَى قَوْمِهِ نَرْفَعُ دَرَجَاتٍ مَّن نَّشَاءُ إِنَّ رَبَّكَ حَكِيمٌ عَلِيمٌ وَوَهَبْنَا لَهُ إِسْحَاقَ وَيَعْقُوبَ كُلًّا هَدَيْنَا وَنُوحًا هَدَيْنَا مِن قَبْلُ وَمِن ذُرِّيَّتِهِ دَاوُودَ وَسُلَيْمَانَ وَأَيُّوبَ وَيُوسُفَ وَمُوسَى وَهَارُونَ وَكَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ وَزَكَرِيَّا وَيَحْيَى وَعِيسَى وَإِلْيَاسَ كُلٌّ مِّنَ الصَّالِحِينَ وإسماعيل واليسع ويونس ولوطا 18 وكلا فضلنا على العالمين ومن آبائهم وذرياتهم وإخوانهم واجتبيناهم وهديناهم إلى صراط مستقيم ذلك هدى الله يهدي به من يشاء من عباده ولو أشركوا لحبط عنهم ما كانوا يعملون ولو أشركوا لحبط عنهم ما كانوا يعملون. After all that praise, 4 messengers Allah sent. How does it end? وَلَوْ أَشْرَكُوا. If they ever do shirk, If they ever taint their tawheed, what ya Allah? All that praise and all that goodness of them would go to waste. A stern warning to messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not to taint that pure path with anything. There's no immunity in this matter before Allah. There's no exemptions or exceptions when it comes to the call of Tawheed. Even when it's the best of mankind, the messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our deen in Tawheed was revealed by Allah to all mankind with ultimate justice by the one who knows best what suits us. Their democracy and other ideologies was tailored to fit their oppression and their desires. There's no combining a pure path with a man-made wasteful path, whatever it may be. وَإِنَّ الشَّيَاطِينَ لَيُوحُونَ إِلَىٰ أَوْلِيَائِهِمْ لِيُجَادِلُوكُمْ وَإِنْ أَطَعْتُمُوهُمْ إِنَّكُمْ لَمُشْرِكُونَ. The devils whisper to their associates to argue with you. If you obey them, what will happen? You will become mushrikeen like them. فَاصْدَعْ بِمَا تُؤْمَرُ وَأَعْرِضْ عَنِ الْمُشْرِكِينَ إِنَّا كَفَيْنَاكَ الْمُسْتَهْزِئِينَ. The messenger responded in the weakest of his time with no compromise, saying, قُولُوا لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ تُفْلِحُ. It's an identity built purely on Tawheed. An identity that was not in any way or shape or form tainted or mixed in the least way with any other concept. Listen to this. The Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam had many opportunities to declare and ascend to power on different values and ideologies or concepts, some similar to what we have today. Some may fall under Islam or may not collide with Islam. Raising those slogans would have spared him sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Sahaba a lot of harm. They could have ascended to power, and when they reached power, they declared the pure Tawheed, as they say today. But Al-Alim, Al-Hakim, kept the message of his messengers sallallahu alaihi wasallam purely founded on Tawheed, every aspect of it, enduring any difficulty or obstacle so long as the path is founded on Tawheed and remains purely on Tawheed.